Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video, we are going to be doing a first impressions demo review. I purchased this foundation. I really wanted to try it out, so I bought the YSL All Hours foundation and I bought the shade Warm Sand. So excited. I swatched it a little bit when I did get it just to make sure that the color did match me, and I think the color is fairly good. I'm not really the type of person that likes to buy my foundation online because I like seeing it in the stores and all that stuff, but we're just gonna go with it, okay? This is what the bottle looks like. It's really pretty. Really pretty glass packaging. I love the black. There's also a line down here. Also, I got my nails done, so I'm so excited. So when I first opened it, I definitely feel like the bottle is really tiny. But yeah, I wanted to try it out. So I did already prep my skin. I used a mask last night because I knew I was going to be filming this video. I also did my nighttime skin care routine last night, and then I also washed my face this morning, put these products on, and then when I came home from work, right before I went to go get my nails done, I also reapplied these products as well because I want my skin to be nice and hydrated, because it does say it's a flawless matte full coverage foundation. So I do get a little bit nervous about a matte finish because I do have dry skin, but we're just going to go ahead and give it a shot. So as for skin, I did do a mask last night because I knew I did want to film this video, and I also used these products this morning, and a few hours ago I did reapply these products. So what I did was I used the Derma E, which you guys know I love Derma E. They actually just sent this to me. This is the Derma E Radiance Toner. So I did use that, and then I did go in with the Derma E Illuminating Rose Hip and Cranberry Face Oil. It says this deeply hydrating facial oil is enriched with pure plant botanicals, essential oils, antioxidants, and fatty acids to promote luminous, healthy looking skin. And you guys know, or if you don't know, I do have dry skin, so it's not a very heavy oil. It seeps into the skin very quick, and it doesn't leave like that oily type of residue that most oils leave. And then of course I did apply my Kiehls Ultra Facial Moisturizer. You guys know I love this stuff so much, so I did apply that as well. And yeah, so let's read the box first. So it says, up to a 24-hour wear, this innovative formula is transfer-free with no compromise on comfort, no need to touch up even through non-stop activity. Full coverage, a rich level of fine pigments create a flawless, even coverage without a mask-like effect. Matte shine control throughout the day. This oil-free formula keeps complexion shine-free and reduces the appearance of pores. I don't need to be shine-free, but if it's going to reduce my pores, let's put it on my skin. Enriched with a skincare complex and sunscreen, this foundation helps protect skin against external aggressions, leaving it fresh and smooth. Suitable for all skin types, including sensitive skin. Dermatologist tested. So yeah, I love the gold packaging on YSL. I think YSL is very sleek, very pretty. So I really do like this packaging. So I'm ready to go in and apply my primers. Use whatever primers you have to. I'm not going to do my brows first. I'm going to do my foundation first because I want to give it a fair run. I don't want to have to, like, you know, go around it. I want to just put it all over my skin. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my Too Faced Hangover Rx Primer. This is a new one. So I do about 3 pumps of it, and it gives out a generous amount of product. So I like to focus most of my hydrating primers, like, pretty much all over my face. But when I do really apply it, I like to put it around my nose area. In between my brows is where I get most dry, to be honest with you. I feel like that's where I have the most like hidden dry patches. And then the rest of my cheeks, once I'm done rubbing it in, I like to push it into the skin. Okay, so then I'm also going to grab my Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer. This is the smoothing primer, and I'm just going to take a little dot like that, not too sure if you can see it, and I'm just going to warm it up between my fingers. And then I like to push it in this area right here. And then I'm going to use my Smashbox Primer Water. You guys know I love this stuff. I do like my regular primers first, and then I spray myself with primer water because I feel like it's like kind of setting my primers. I'm going to let that seep into the skin. So I do have a damp beauty blender, which is as clean as I could possibly get it. And I also am going to apply it with a brush. So I'll apply it with the brush on my right side and then a beauty blender on my left side. So, okay, so I did get the shade Warm Sand. I was really nervous picking out a shade, to be honest with you. But I saw Casey Holmes do a video, and the 2 shades that she used were really light. So I figured I would just go somewhere in between. So I'm just gonna pump. I pumped 2 pumps on the back of my hand. So I'm just gonna actually dot it first. Let me zoom you guys in. So this is warm sand. I didn't want to get a color that was too light. I think this matches my skin though, like my neck. Okay, so let's talk real quick. This part of my neck never gets tan. Like you can see this is pale, but like over here is a little bit tan. That's what I match it to. If I have to, I'll bring my bronzer in that area. I don't really know how I'm liking it with a beauty blender because I put 3 pumps on the back of my hand and I did use all of it. So my nose and in between my brows are kind of like where I really tested foundation, because that's where I really feel like foundation tends to rub off on me. I like this color though. It's giving me a really nice bronzy finish. Like bronzy, like kind of sun-kissed. I wouldn't say this is really full coverage though. Let's see what it looks like with a brush though, so we can really test it out. I need a mirror. I need a handheld mirror. I don't mind it. I don't know what that is on my skin. I do not mind it at all. Whoa, I got a really strong line right here. Double chin, that gobble. You could definitely tell, like, when I lift my neck up, like, that's my neck, and then that's the foundation. But if you look down here, it matches. So, you know, if you could tell, like, if you look here, like, this all matches, but, like, I just have this white patch. So that's a beauty blender, okay? For this side, I'm going to really see if there's coverage, because I don't know if you guys can see, but I do have this, like, these, like, texture bumps. I've been getting them a lot recently, just in, like, this area, and I do have some discoloration right here. For whatever reason. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and I feel like I want to dot it on my face. I feel like I want to dot it just so I know that I'm covering these areas with foundation. So what I like doing with my Morphe E6 brush when I'm using a foundation, I like to press it into the skin first. Make sure I'm really getting the coverage where I want it to be. I'm not going to worry about my neck. If I have to, I'll just bronze my neck. I don't want to waste the foundation. Well, what I can really tell you off the bat is this foundation is heavily fragranced. Heavily. So if you guys don't really like foundations with a lot of fragrance in it, you're probably not going to like this. This is very floral. So I don't know if you guys will like this. I'll put just some. I don't really know how I feel about it. I like the luminous finish it's giving me, but I don't feel like it's full coverage because you can still see the redness on. I don't like the color. Maybe it's the color that's throwing me off because it's like really tan. I'm going to take one more pump of this and see if I can build it up. Because if you're going to tell me you're a full coverage foundation and then you're going to make my blemishes peek through, you're not full coverage. I like the way that it's sitting on my nose though, which is like weird because that's the place where I really tell if I like a foundation or not. Okay, for a matte finish that it claims to be, I definitely don't think it's matte. I definitely think it's like a satin, maybe a demi matte finish. I don't really think it's a complete matte finish because there's some shine. Even with my brush, I felt like I had more shine and dew to my skin than I did with the beauty blender. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you guys could see. So here is where I have my blemishes. Do I think it erased my pores? Maybe. I don't know. I don't really like the way it's sitting over here. So that's my forehead. I do have some texture on my forehead right around here. My chin. It's not emphasizing any dry patches that I may or may not have, so I'm gonna apply my concealer on camera with you guys so you guys can see what it looks like after I blend it out. I bought a new concealer, hold please. So I'm gonna apply my Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer more under this area, and then I'm gonna apply my Tarte Shape Tape more towards here, because now that I'm putting this foundation on, this concealer is probably gonna be really light. Have some like texture around my chin, and the fragrance is just way too much, to be honest with you. The fragrance of this foundation is just way too much. If you have like a Sephora that sells YSL there, I would definitely wait until it gets on shelves. If you're very sensitive with like smells, I would definitely wait and smell it, because I'm very sensitive when it comes to smells. Like, I can't go into Bath & Body Works, I can't stay in Lush too long. If you only knew what my pants look like right now. Okay guys, so I already went ahead and put the rest of my face makeup on. I put bronzer on, blush, highlight, I did my eye makeup. Depending on how good the footage was, this eye makeup look will be on Instagram probably after this video is up. If not, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to film it for you guys, because I definitely was not intending to do this, but what are you gonna do? Anyways, not what the video is about. The video is about this guy, the YSL All Hours Foundation. I wanted to buy this foundation. Why? So, I really rarely buy new foundations, and it's just because nothing really works with my skin. What I know works for my skin are really luminous foundations. And I love the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. There's just something about that foundation that I feel like looks so good on my skin for a matte foundation, and there's just parts of me that wants to try like a full coverage matte foundation, but I just cannot find the one that I like. I literally have hydrated my skin for the past like 24 hours, and when I tell you, it's the most I've hydrated my skin all week. Literally, I work very long days. Like, sometimes I just come home and I kind of just wash my face in my shower with my cleanser, because I keep my cleanser in my shower. And then I just kind of go to bed, and maybe I'll throw on my Kiehls moisturizer, maybe I won't. Like, I work really long days. So like, when I tell you the most I've moisturized and hydrated my skin was the past 2 days, and my skin still looks drier than the Sahara Desert. For a full coverage foundation, I threw it up towards my under eye area, and I still feel like I see some darkness. Granted, I didn't use a full coverage concealer underneath, like right underneath my eyes. I don't think this Sephora one considers itself or claims to be full coverage, but if I already have a full coverage foundation underneath my concealer, I shouldn't really need a full coverage concealer. I am going to zoom you guys in. I'm going to show you. I don't know, there's something about it. Looking at my forehead, I feel like it's really not that bad. I don't really mind this being matte. I feel like the highlight that I added here on top of the matte foundation does not look flattering. I feel like it's making my skin in that area look a little bit more mature. I feel like it did not blur out my pores. I did use my base smoothing primer, and that does a fairly good job at blurring out my pores, or just at least softening them up, and I feel like this foundation over top of that did not do anything. I hydrated my skin with moisturizers and oil. My moisturizing primer, still nothing. I don't think it looks bad down here. It doesn't feel tacky. I did set the rest of my face. It is starting to break up on my chin, and I've only been wearing it for an hour. My nose has literally a shit ton of glitter on it because I put highlight, but then also I had so much fallout from the shadows. I feel like it looks good on my nose area. Again, I will zoom you guys in. It's cracking around my nose, and you see, oh, my redness is starting to peek through. My major concern is the 5 o'clock shadow above my lip. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. I just got my lip threaded the other day, so there's no reason why this foundation should be like adhering to those little tiny baby hairs and giving me a 5 o'clock shadow. There's just no reason for it. I've never had that happen on a foundation. You can still see my texture in this region. I don't really think like it's full coverage or anything like that. You still kind of see my discoloration. I do have some discoloration over here. Over here is what I'm talking about with the 5 o'clock shadow. Again, not really sure why that's looking like that. I have some texture. I have some texture right here, which I don't know if you guys can see, and it's also breaking up on my chin. Curls right there. And right here you could tell where it's like really showing my pores. This in particular, this area is just more of my concern. I just feel like it looks really, really cakey. And like I said, I just had my stash threaded the other day. So what would I rate this foundation? I would probably rate it as one of the worst foundations I've ever tried on dry skin before. If you have oily skin, I definitely feel like you would like this more because it does claim that it does control shine. I don't think it's a full coverage foundation, to be quite honest with you. I think it's buildable, but I feel like the more you put on top of it, the more matte it's going to be throughout the day. I don't really know if that makes any sense. It was dewy and luminous when I was applying it, but then powders came into the mix and it is completely matte. I have dry skin. I know a lot of people with dry skin that really do like matte foundations, but for me it's just a no. It's really getting to me on my mouth area, like on my lip where you guys saw, and then it's also getting to me on my forehead and like the porous areas. I just feel like it's just making my skin look a little bit too mature. I'm only 20, so like I just feel like my skin looks like it's looking older and more dry, which is insane because all I've been doing is hydrating and prepping my skin for this video. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and stop blabbing now. This is definitely a no-go for me. I'm probably going to return it tomorrow. Check the description box or the comments below, letting you guys know if I kept it, if I tried it out more, or if I returned it, but odds are I'm going to return it tomorrow. So those are just my thoughts. I'm not bashing the brand. I'm trying my hardest not to really bash the product and saying I hate it. I don't really hate it. I don't think it's the worst foundation out there, but for my skin type, for my preference, for my needs, I do not think it is the best for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at so yeah, I'm really sorry if you like this foundation. Please let me know in the comments down below if you did pick this foundation up and if you liked it. So yeah, leave me any recommendations for foundations down below in the description box. I would love, 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 love to try them out. But like I said, I'm probably going to return this and pick up a new Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick. So thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, please. Liking my videos helps me more than actually subscribing, so but you can do both, so don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already. And yeah, I will leave everything that I used on the rest of my face down below in the description box in case you are curious, and all of my social media platforms will be listed down below in the description box as well. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.